Hello, in this video, we will create Ichigo's sword from the Bleach anime using Blender 2.79. After adding the reference image, we'll start by adding a new plane by clicking Shift plus A and selecting Plane. Enter edit mode with Tab and reshape the plane to the shape of the sword. Press Ctrl plus R and type in 8 to add 8 loop cuts. Press G and move the vertices to their right place. Press Ctrl plus R and type in 2 to add 2 loop cuts. Press G twice to drag the vertices. Press A to select all and move it up in the Z-axis. In the Modifiers tab, choose Mirror in the Z-axis and check Clipping. Select E to extrude and make the triangle shape. Press Alt plus right-click to select the edges, then press E to extrude it down in the Z-axis. Press A to select all and W to choose Remove Doubles. Press Alt plus right-click to select the edges, then press G twice to drag. Move some points down to make the pointy shape. Press Alt plus right-click to select the edges, then press E to extrude it. Press G or G twice to move or drag the vertices to their right place. Press Alt plus right-click to select the edges, then move it down in the Z-axis. Press Ctrl plus R and type in 2 to add 2 loop cuts. Press G and move the vertices to make the last parts. From the Modifiers tab, add a subsurf modifier at level 2. Choose the edges and increase the mean crease value to 1. Add smooth shading. Press Tab to Object Mode. So we finished the sword part, and now we will create the hilt. Click Shift plus A, and select Cylinder and change the number of vertices to 10. Move it into the right spot and rotate it with R. Scale it with S to match the shape in the reference image. Press S plus Shift plus Z to scale it in the X and Y axis. Press Ctrl plus R to add a loop cut, then drag it to the right place. Change to face select mode and press Alt plus right-click to select the ring of faces. Press E to extrude, S plus Shift plus Z to scale. Change to edge select mode and select edges. Press Ctrl plus B to bevel edges. Change to face select mode and press Alt plus right-click to select the ring of faces. Press E to extrude, S plus Shift plus Z to scale. Press Ctrl plus R to add a loop cut, then Ctrl plus B to bevel. Select the new edges, then press Ctrl plus B and the plus sign to bevel and add more edges. Press Ctrl plus dash to select fewer edges. Press S plus Shift plus Z to scale it in the X and Y axis. Add a subsurf modifier. Then add some loop cuts to correct the shape. Add smooth shading. Press Ctrl plus R and type in 20 to add 20 loop cuts. Ctrl plus B plus sign to bevel and add more edges. Ctrl plus sign to select fewer edges. S plus Shift plus Z to scale in the X and Y axis. Extrude the edge from the sword to look connected with the handle. Tab into Object Mode. So we finish the handle part and then we will create the chain. Add a cube and scale it down to match the size of the chain. Add some loop cuts and bevel them. Choose the top and bottom center faces and press X to delete them. Then fill the holes with new faces. Add a subsurf modifier with some loop cuts to correct the shape and then set it to smooth shading. Press A to select all, then Shift plus D to duplicate, and R plus X plus 90 to rotate by 90 degrees in the X-axis. Press A to select all, then G to move it. We will repeat this step more times to get the right length of the chain. Move the chain to the right place. Let's add some materials, starting with switching to Cycles Render. Select the sword and add a new glossy material. Change the color to a dark color and add more roughness, around 0.7. Add a new glossy material, change the color to a light gray color and add more roughness, around 0.5. Select the white faces in the sword and assign the second material to them. Select the handle and add a new material. Change the color to a dark red color. Add a new glossy material, change the color to golden color and add more roughness, around 0.7. Select the yellow faces in the handle by selecting one face and pressing Ctrl++ to enter select mode, then assign the second material to them. Add the golden material to the chain. Add a hemi lamp and move it up. Press Shift plus Z to enter render view. Make the chain parented to the handle and the handle parented to the sword by clicking Ctrl plus P and selecting Keep Transform. Move the sword up and rotate it a little bit. Add a camera and move it to get a good angle of the sword. Add a plane, scale it and extrude an edge, then bevel it to make a background. Add a material to the background. Press F12 to render. And the result.